It was a November evening in Chicago in 2008 that was much warmer than we had a right to expect. Hundreds of thousands of us gathered in Grant Park along Lake Michigan to watch the election results on the jumbotrons set up for that purpose. The cops were there on their gorgeous thoroughbreds, but there wasn't any crowd control needed. In fact, the cops were off by the vendor stands eating pizza. At last we saw Wolf Blitzer on the CNN screen near us and heard him announce that Ohio, I think it was Ohio, had gone for Obama, and that put him over the top. He had won. People in the park were cheering, dancing, jumping, hugging, crying, smiling, and doubled over in relief. We were there with our family that night, and we did all of that and more. I recall yelling what Rachel Maddow had said when Obama won the Iowa caucuses 10 months earlier. This is the kind of country I want to live in. Of course, much of the celebration was because a black man had been elected president, with all that implied. It would be a mistake, though, to fail to recognize the long, dark night that was the administration of George W. Bush, and which led to that November celebration that was in stark contrast to the Bush years. The relief that November evening was one of the at last having a feeling of hope once again, a feeling that had been absent for 8 years and 2 stolen elections. I was reminded of that celebratory night following Joe Biden's acceptance speech last Thursday. Gone were the gaffes, the missteps and fumbles. Before us was a warrior for the people, for democracy, for the United States of America, and for the entire world. And he showed up just in time as we're neck deep in the cesspool of Trumpism. It's been an inescapable nightmare of corruption, of subverting the rule of law, of manipulating the government solely to serve Trump, of division and cruelty, and we have been absent of hope for 4 years. To paraphrase President Gerald Ford, the long national nightmare of Trump may soon be over. And that's why, following Biden's speech, I thought of Grant Park on that wonderful November evening 12 years ago. Now we have to complete the story. Now we have to do the hard work to make hope real. Now we have to make the twister that causes Biden's house to fall on the wicked witch of Mar-a-Lago. Only then can we cry out, "Ding dong, the witch is dead." So it's time to get to work helping people register to vote, to help them sign up to vote by mail, for voting early ourselves, and by doing all the things that will raise Biden's house into the sky so that it will drop in just the right place. From Elie Wiesel, neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. This is no time to be silent. So go to the written post and find a list of opportunities for you to make a difference. This is the work we must do. You'll be proud to do it. Remember this. Democracy is a participation sport. It's a patriotism thing. Be a patriot. The founders would be proud. I'm Jack Altshuler.